Well, hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Taste TV. We're on to episode 14. Here we are, and stay tuned. I have a great show ahead of us. Coming up on Taste TV, I'll be taking you out to my old stomping grounds of Mohall and show you a beautiful place where you can get a delicious meal in the summer. That's coming up to you right now on Taste TV. Well, welcome in everyone to episode 14 of Taste TV. I'm your anchor, host, and everything else in between. I'm Taylor Austin, and thanks for joining me. I had the chance to head on up to my former stomping grounds of Mohall, North Dakota. And there I met with a local business owner whose family has spent generations with plants and people. Check it out. Near the house I grew up in, located just off Highway 5 west of Mohall about a mile, is a small farmyard. But it's not just someone's private land. It's the Prairie Bistro and Gardens.
So Mom started in 1969, so that's 56 years ago, with the greenhouse, and then she ended up with the flower shop for 35 years, I think.
Sonja Duerre grew up in Mohall, North Dakota, where her mother, Judy, began the flower shop. And that's not only where her passion for plants began, but that's also where her passion for food began as well.
We both started kind of the same way. Dad built her a small greenhouse so that she could grow her own things, and then she was just going to sell the extra stuff at the end of the season, and she didn't have anything left for herself because there was a need. Everybody bought everything she had, so that's what started that business.
She then went on to North Dakota State University. In her college years, she spent time in a foreign exchange program.
I was on 14 different family farms in New Zealand, anywhere from, there was a rhubarb farm of all things, dairy, cattle, sheep, deer.
She graduated NDSU in 1987 with a bachelor's degree in animal and range science, a bachelor's in communication, and she also minored in food and nutrition. Sonja moved back to Mohall, and she began the food side of the business in 1989. She met the love of her life, Mark Stromswold, while her mother owned the flower shop on Main Street in Mohall, and he owned the Napa shop right next door. The couple married in 1997.
You know, Mark was the one who my husband was the one who put all this together and said, yes, let's do this.
Sonja says Mark always supported her through her business journey, and he always helped out where needed. However, after 24 years of happy marriage, Mark passed away, leaving Sonja to take on the manly work around the farmyard.
You know, yeah, there's been a ton of adjustments, but he also set us up for success because he taught Katie and me how to do plumbing and how to, not electrical, we don't touch that, but he had us helping with all the things. So he set us up for success in that.
Though it's been a difficult journey, Sonja has continued to successfully run her business. Growing up, Sonja's grandmothers would prepare traditional meals for their family. She has taken their traditional dishes and created a community around her cuisine.
Both of my grandmothers were wonderful cooks, very different cooks. My dad's mom was a meat and potatoes kind of cook. Rhubarb sour cream pie was her specialty, and chicken and noodles, which has turned into our chicken noodle soup. That sort of food that is what she did. On my mom's side, that side of the family did more with like the Scandinavian baking and, a little bit more diversity in what they cooked, but they all did a very good job and were proud of what they put out. So it's just something I started when I was small.
People from all over go there to try her delicious homemade food and baked goods. In fact, she ships her baked goods all across the world.
I have shipped to Germany. I don't like shipping overseas because cookies don't handle that very well, but we ship all over the United States.
However, the real experience is when you walk through the doors. From bottom to top, the whole place is decorated with antiques. some special to Sonja's family.
Mom used to go to a lot of estate sales and things like that. So she's collected for years and years. And some of them, like the rocking chair that my grandma rocked my dad in, is hanging from this.
And some were gifts that continue to give.
The chair that you sat in for your graduation pictures was one that my grandmother had in her retail clothing store in Bismarck in the 50s and 60s.
So do people just gift you things sometimes?
We don't know what to do with it. Here, take it.
Really?
Carolyn Bracklesford's dollhouse.
Sonja says she's grateful for the Mohall community. She says that they've not only supported her and their family in times of need, but they've also been loyal customers throughout the years.
My brother was developmentally disabled, and the community was always so good about making sure they kept their eye out for Nathan. And there was a house fire and a greenhouse fire when I was growing up, and the community always just rallied to make sure that we had what we needed.
She says that it's not just the customers, but the employees have been wonderful as well.
You asked about community, and this whole operation wouldn't have survived if it was just on Mom and me. When Mom started, her friend Ruby Walters started with her, and it's been generational because her granddaughter is my right-hand man now and left-hand man. And there's been families who have been involved out here for 2 to 3 generations. I think that's also part of the community that you were talking about.
Sonja Duerre Stromswold, owner and manager of the Prairie Bistro Gardens, is a person worth praising. Reporting for Taze TV, in my hometown, I'm Taylor Austin. The Prairie Bistro and Garden Center is only open seasonally, but they do deliver their baked goods all year round. And go and check out their hours of operation. I have their links to their socials and their website within the description of this video. So just make sure to go check it out, you guys. The cheesecake is to die for there. My mom and I used to go there all the time growing up, being that it was literally only 0.2 miles away from our house. But yes, it's a beautiful place to go. So be sure to go check out those links within the description of this video. Before I go here, I do want to let you all know to tune in and listen to K-Hits radio station all week long as Mr. Tom Schrader goes live from the North Dakota State Fair and brings you all those live weather updates. Love Tom Schrader. He's one of my favorites. I grew up with him. And it's been so wonderful to listen to their radio station, him and Joe Goldaddy. It's been wonderful. And he's been out at the state fairgrounds, like I said, all week long. And he's been broadcasting live from there. So be sure to tune in specifically on Saturday as I head there. And I'm going to stop by and do a live on-air interview with Mr. Tom about Taze TV and what we're doing here. So if you're at the fair, stop by and say hi. Otherwise, tune in to K-Hits and we will see you there. However, that is all I do have for you guys this week. Be sure to tune in again next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until then, be sure to go like, share, subscribe, comment, sell your soul to me, whatever it takes. All the engagement truly, truly matters. And I want to thank all of you for your love and continued support. All right, well, that's all I have. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye, Dad. I love you.